Communication is as old as human race. Dreaming, talking with someone, arguing in a discussion, speaking in public, reading a newspaper, watching a TV, etc. are all different kinds of communication that we are engaged in every day. It means that we are constantly exchanging our thoughts, ideas, and emotions with someone or other, either to satisfy our physical, emotional, or other needs or to get work done. It's obvious that communication is an integral part of one's life. In fact, society cannot survive in the absence of communication. Communication is the process by which we can understand and in turn try to be understood by others. It's dynamic, constantly changing, and shifting in response to the overall situation. Living in groups creates societies. To live in groups, one must interact with each other, and the only tool of interaction is communication. Hence, it can be safely summarized that communication is one of the basic needs of human beings that enables them to live in groups being a necessity. Thus, society and communication are interdependent, and the existence of one cannot be perceived without the other. Several communication scholars have stated that the word communication is derived from the Latin verb communicare and noun communis, which means to make common or to share. The process of communication includes transmission of information, ideas, emotions, skills, knowledge by using symbols, words, pictures, figures, graphs, drawings, and illustrations. The act of communication is referred to as transmission. It's a process of transmission that is generally termed communication. Just think what will happen if you are asked not to communicate with anyone for a period of 1 month? No talking or writing, no singing or shouting, no painting or anything else which may enable you to give expression to your ideas, attitudes, and emotions. You may discover that life is meaningless. You may feel that your survival is threatened. Man needs to communicate in order to sustain his daily activity. Communication helps him to increase his knowledge so that he can develop and maintain his social institutions of government, education, religion, family, and economic system. These institutions make up his civilization. The concepts of communication. There are 6 questions. What is communication? Why it is important? How does it work? What are the elements? What are the types? And what are the barriers? In this video, we'll discuss about the first question, that is, what is communication? Communication is the process whereby one person tells another something through the written or spoken word. Communication is the process by which an individual or the communicator transmits stimuli, which is usually verbal symbols, to modify the behavior of other individuals. This definition is given by Carl Hovland. According to Dennis McQuail, communication is the process which increases commonality. It's a purposeful activity of information exchange between two or more participants in order to convey or receive the intended meaning through a shared system of signs and semiotic rules. According to I.A. Richards, communication is the exchange of meanings between individuals through a common system of symbols. G.G. Brown states that communication is a transfer of information from one person to another, whether or not it elicits confidence. But the information transferred must be understandable to the receiver. According to Joseph A. DeVito, the act by one or more persons of sending and receiving messages distorted by noise within a context with some effect and with some opportunity for feedback is termed as communication. According to Theodorsson, the transmission of information, ideas, attitudes, or emotions from one person or group to another primarily through symbols is communication. In every communication, There is three elements, at least three elements. The one is sender, second one is a message, and the third one is a recipient. The sender must have a message to communicate to a recipient. Now we have the answer for what is communication. The importance of communication and the process of communication we'll discuss in the next video. Do watch and subscribe. Thank you.